our selfies. Hi, welcome to the Better Half, everyone. I'm your host, Rachel Modick, and these are your better halves. We'll start with Heaven Daniels, defensive tackle Mike Daniels' wife. Hi.
Hello, hello.
Rosie Sierra is back here. She's the better half to Andrew Corliss, and she calls him Drew. And Amanda Maste is here with us, punter to Maste's wife. Hi. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much.
Welcome.
And this isn't it. Our cooking mom, Amy Hanton, is here with Jordy Nelson's wife, Emily, in the kitchen. Hi, ladies.
Good morning. We loved Emily's banana recipes last week, so she is back today to share her favorite game day recipes. These are winners, let me tell you. Coming up, we're going to show you how to make the ultimate brunch bake. It's in the oven right now. Can you guys smell it? Unbelievable.
Smells so good. Everybody's like, oh, brunch bake. We'll stick around for that.
Yes.
It smells good. You know, brunch before a noon game, it's perfect,
my
right?
favorite,
On
yes.
game day. Speaking of game day, we had the first home game of the season, the regular season. How was it?
It was awesome.
It was nice.
They
Yeah.
played
Wasn't
well.
too
They
cold,
came back
yeah.
and won, so.
Yeah.
I
It
was
was a little
nervous.
bit of a nail biter, but
Yeah, I was a little
on the
nervous for a
edge.
while.
we survived.
Yeah, my leg was
You weren't
shaking.
nervous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it must be, as the better halves, is that kind of that was an
Yeah.
anxious half for you, that first half?
Yeah, I was glad they came back with a different attitude and mentality, because in the first half, I was like jumping up, then I'm sitting down, then pulling at my hair. I didn't know what to watch or not watch or what.
See, I'm the opposite. I get like really still, and then the leg moves, and then you have people in the crowd saying, "You should be cheering." I'm like, "Oh, I am."
I'm in a zone.
It's in the zone. Yeah, I get
Just
stressed
trying not to have a
out.
heart attack.
Yeah.
And you had your daughter with you,
I
didn't
did,
you?
yeah, which she wanted to go. She kept saying she wanted to go visit the Packers. So we decided to take her, and I won't do it again for the rest of the season because she stuck a piece of popcorn up her nose during the second half. So I missed the comeback because I was surgically removing this piece of popcorn, but maybe it was because I wasn't watching. Maybe I was bad luck in the first half. Or
Maybe a mom
something.
just has to do what a mom
Yeah.
has to do.
Yeah.
But we do have some game day pictures. I know you two shared some. Let's get to some of those and take a look at the better halves on game day. And first up is,
Aw, that's cute.
talk about
Adorable.
that picture.
So we're in the family gathering area. It's where you go after the game. And so Aiden was looking up because I guess he wanted to meet up with his friends. So he's like, "Are we done yet?"
Yeah.
But that's just us after the game, smiling in front of
The Lombardi trophies,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Like to see those.
Yeah.
And yeah, Andrew's a little taller than you.
Yes,
about
he is. He's very
twins.
tall.
Talk about
Oh,
twins
this
here,
is
Rosie.
cute.
Yeah, this is A1 and A2. We call them, nicknames are A, just A, simple. Well, yeah, this is after the game as well.
Aw.
I'm always trying
Drew's
to
like
get,
Mike, like no smile.
yes. Oh, you should have saw the one
Yeah.
before that.
You got to keep the image up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So,
Very cute.
Oh, that's
And,
nice.
and I always watch Instagram to see what you're going to wear, Heaven.
I
You
never
put a lot
know.
of thought
It's
into
what
it.
Yeah,
and didn't you make that?
I actually, I made
Yeah.
this shirt. I was like, I want to bedazzle my own shirt. It was a project. I don't know if I'll ever do it again, but I did it once, so
You can just
Yeah.
wear it a bunch.
I think it's
yeah.
nice.
That's post game. Had to get a picture with Mike. He's not a picture person, but I just make
What?
him take pictures. You can't tell.
Can't tell.
Yeah, you can't tell.
It's
Yeah.
photogenic.
Yeah.
He fakes it, huh?
Yeah, fakes it till he makes it. We had some family in town from Jersey. They were ready to get back to their warmer weather, but they really had a good time, and I'm glad. The one on the far right, our Uncle Cleve, he doesn't fly, but he did make a special trip to watch the game, so really special. In the atrium, there's this like backdrop for photo drop. The guy's not in this picture, but all these guys kept like photo bombing our pictures while we were trying to get this one, so it was really funny.
I was wondering where you were at when you took that picture.
Yeah, I was in the atrium. Yeah, but that's just another game. You know, gotta take a Ussie. Not a
And
selfie.
Ussie, I know my
Yep.
daughters yell at me all the
That's
time.
my girlfriend Liz Simon. She comes to a lot of games with me if we have extra tickets. So
She's a
with
party
me.
planner. I
She
think
is
she's
a
going to be
part-
on the
yep,
show
an event planner,
next
and she'll
week
be
with
coming in.
us.
Yep.
She's amazing.
I
Excellent.
check for her work. Me
Your
and my
hair
cousin
looks
Monique.
awesome.
Yeah.
Ah, thank
How
you.
can we compete with that?
I know.
You can't. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. You can't.
Fierce.
Well, thank you.
Oh, and I know besides the game, you had a busy week.
Yep.
A lot of the better halves got together and did a self-defense class. You were there. How did that
Yeah,
go?
it was actually really, really cool. We learned a lot of cool moves. I felt confident that if I need to defend myself, that I can. The main thing is just to be assertive and trust in what you're going to do. I will say we got this really cool, it's kind of like a mini nightstick. And it's called a Cubiton. You can do a lot of self-defense
And you
moves.
learned some of
with
those
it.
moves,
yes,
too.
we did.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did you feel a little more confident after the class?
Definitely. I think it doesn't hurt at all to do something like that. You never know what will happen, and you can never be too prepared. So.
All right. Cool. I mean, that's a good idea,
Yeah,
right?
I think it helps
Yeah.
with your reflex too. It helps you be more prepared instead of freezing.
And just know kind of, I think that they give you sort of like what kind of a mindset to have if something like that does happen, because you never think it's going to happen to you. And then when it does, or if it did, you would like to at least know, oh, they told me to think about this or to do this.
Right. So. One thing they said is a lot of times it's maybe someone you know, so just keep that in mind.
Well, to a less serious topic, let's talk a little bit about your baby girl.
Yay!
How old is Emery now? Let's run through some of those pictures real quick that you sent along.
Yeah, she turned 2.5 yesterday, so.
Happy 2.5, Emery.
Yeah, so that's us. That's not a game day or anything. She just said she wanted to dress like Daddy that day, so. My jersey doesn't fit me right now since I'm 7 months pregnant, so she wore it.
And it looks like she fell and hurt herself.
Yeah, it looks bad, but that's just mascara.
When you posted this picture, I was cracking up.
I didn't
you
think
have
that
to
she
follow
knew how
her
to
on
open it. And
Instagram.
She said, "Mommy, I look like a raccoon." So, and then she loves to paint, so maybe she'll have the artistic gene that Tim and I neither one have, and
she looks very
creative. She likes to paint herself. So. And then that's me as a child, basically. Like she definitely got my personality. We went to a fishing birthday party in Kentucky, and she didn't care a thing about the other kids. She wanted to play with the worms. So that's a bucket of worms.
That's a new thing.
None of the little boys would.
Party?
Yeah, it was really fun, cool. But none of the little boys wanted to touch him, and she did. So, and then that picture was actually taken by my sister in our backyard in Kentucky, and that's sort of her little. Like, what you talking about, Willis, kind of thing. So,
well, she is darling.
She's got some attitude.
She is so fun to see on your Instagram page. So,
well, thank you. Yeah,
keep
we have
sharing
a lot
those
of fun
pictures.
With her, so.
And we'll talk more about the baby.
Yeah.
The baby on the way.
Yeah.
Another time. Well, you need to have some great food on game day. You got to look good, right, Heaven? And you need to serve the right food. And Amy and Emily have some great ideas.
Yeah. Thanks, ladies. In the Kitchen with Emily Nelson. She gets a lot of company, especially during the Packer season. So what does she make for out-of-town guests? She's got an extra special brunch bake recipe, and we're going to make it next. So stay with us. You're watching The Better Half. Hey, welcome back, everybody. You are watching The Better Half. I'm Amy Hatton, also known as the Cooking Mom, in the kitchen with a great at-home cook, Emily Nelson, the better half of Jordy Nelson. Great to see you again, Emily.
Thank you for having me.
If you missed Emily's banana recipes last week, you need to go to Facebook and get them because they are amazing. People around are just talking about that banana cake. My daughter loved that banana sheet cake with the cream cheese frosting. Killer. So Emily's back with some more family, great, tried and true recipes. And I know you have a lot of guests during the Packer season.
We do, yeah. Pretty much every home game weekend or even during the week, we have people in for the game. So yeah, and it's mostly people, family, close friends. So a lot of times they stay with us. So I'm cooking for them and, trying to make their stay a nice one.
Emily says it's kind of like a bed and breakfast at her house.
Yes.
So it's you got to think of the recipes that you can make ahead, get her done, feed a crowd. So this is the ultimate brunch bake, and let me tell you, it's in the oven right now. It smells amazing. And the best part is you can make it the night before. You need to make it the day ahead.
Oh yeah, it is really easy to put together, but it's super nice that you can make it the night before, stick it in the fridge, then just take it out, pop it in the oven. It makes the morning go much smoother, that's for sure.
Love that. Okay, so I started out, we've got some Italian sausage, about a half a pound of that, and we're just starting to brown that up, get it so it's crumbly and no longer pink. And then I'm going to add a little bit of finely diced onion.
Yep.
I love the idea of some red pepper.
Yep, some diced up red bell pepper.
For some great color, and some fresh garlic. And you say, you're all about shortcuts. That's the way I roll too.
Oh, for sure, yep. If you buy jarred garlic, it really is, it's the same thing.
Especially in recipes like this.
Yeah, and it's much faster. So, there's times when using a fresh clove of garlic is, the right thing to do, but in this case, it's definitely easier to use already minced up garlic. So.
I am with you, lady. So I'm just going to work on sauteing the veggies, the garlic, and that sausage. So tell everybody what you're doing.
Yep, I'm just cubing up some day-old French or Italian bread. It doesn't have to be a day-old, but if it is, it kind of helps to soak up the egg mixture. So just about 5 cups or so of the bread mixture, and then once you have that all cut up,
I'll start working on the eggs. We'll just kind of combine this whole casserole together. Yep. So we're beating 4 eggs, 4 large eggs, which we picked up at Quick Trip. We love Quick Trip. You need eggs at the last minute, milk. You can even get onion, tomato, all sorts of great stuff there.
Yep.
So thanks to Quick Trip for the eggs.
Now you're gonna whisk eggs, just a pinch, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and milk together.
Okay.
And then to that, we'll also add some parsley. But I think the recipe, it actually says to add in the parsley with that mixture. But I usually just sprinkle it on top, because if you add, a lot of times when you add fresh herbs to like a liquid mixture, it kind of all goes to the bottom, and when you dump it out, it all sticks to the bowl, and so sometimes it's just easier to sprinkle it on top yourself.
Totally with you on that. So either parsley or cilantro. I happen to love cilantro. Some people just aren't a big fan of it, so either one.
I definitely know some people that have an aversion to cilantro for whatever reason. And I learned this from my mom. A nice quick little tip when you need to cut up fresh herbs is just to put it in a bowl and use kitchen shears and just cut it up like that.
That's a great one.
Yeah, so it makes it a lot easier, a lot less messy, and yeah, very easy.
Because some of those herbs are really delicate, like parsley in this case, or cilantro.
Yeah, it's hard to cut like with a knife.
It really is. Great tip. I love that. I did not know that one. So that's why I love these ladies. They're just moms. They're just, regular people like us. So they've got great recipes. Emily's an amazing cook and great tips. So, you said last time you were on the show that both your parents, your mom and dad, are really great at-home cooks.
They really are. Great cooks and great bakers. Like my dad, he's a farmer. I mean, man's man, rough. But he loves to bake, so on a rainy day when he can't be outside doing what he needs to do, it was kind of nice. I kind of liked it when it rained growing up, because I knew when I came home there'd be some homemade, pies. He makes pies from scratch, brownies, cookies. He has a little bit of a sweet tooth, so that was usually his way to kill time.
I love a guy who cooks. He's a guy after my own heart.
Yep.
Okay, so our sausage is starting to get completely cooked through. We used a sweet Italian sausage, but I'm sure if you
any kind of sausage, and honestly, even I have before, if I don't, if I have most of the things on hand and I don't have sausage, you can actually make sausage using any kind of, if you prefer turkey or beef or anything like that, there's recipes online. You can just to make, like homemade sausage, just adding some herbs and spices and stuff, and it works just fine too.
That's a great tip, a really good tip. But our veggies are starting to get soft, and boy, is this starting to smell good. Really, really good. So a layer of bread in the bottom.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if we have quite 5 cups there, but
that's okay.
Yeah, that'll work.
You get the idea.
Yep. So then after you put the bread in the bottom, we're going to put the sausage mixture on top.
Okay. Just kind of sprinkle it around.
Yep.
I'm all about these make-ahead brunch bakes. They're really nice for holidays, those mornings where you don't want to be in the kitchen the whole time, or just treating the family to a special breakfast. My mission these days is to get families eating together again. It's tough. We're all so busy. So sometimes dinner time doesn't work, but brunch is usually a winner. That's the time where normally people are around. So love it. Okay.
Okay, and then we're actually going to sprinkle some cheese on top of the sausage.
What's your cheese of choice?
This recipe calls for Monterey Jack. You could use really anything. If you prefer like a cheddar, you could do that. Okay. I like the Monterey Jack with this. I think it goes nice with it. You could probably use mozzarella. That's pretty similar.
I think this works nice with the sausage too, and it's going to be a nice pretty color.
Yep. So we'll reserve a little bit of cheese to use later. So then we'll pour the egg mixture on.
Just kind of carefully over the top.
Yep. And like I said, the recipe, and it's, if you add the herbs to it, it's just fine. I prefer, after pouring the egg mixture on, I just kind of sprinkle.
It's going to look prettier on top that way too.
Yeah. It doesn't, like I said, stick to the bowl and stuff. So we'll do that. And then.
So at this point, does this get covered up?
Yep, so after this step, if you're doing it the night before, cover it up, put it in the fridge overnight, and then you can just bring it out in the morning. Like I said, sometimes I'll just put all the cheese on if I'm making it the night before. It really, doesn't matter.
Sure.
But yeah, you just kind of let it sit and marinate. The bread will soak up all the egg mixture. It makes a really nice consistency. And so yeah, in the morning, just pop it in at 325 for about an hour, and you're good to go. Last 10 minutes or so, you can sprinkle a little more cheese on. And
you have to see this. It kind of puffs up, and it is beautiful, and it smells absolutely amazing.
It does. I love recipes that make your kitchen smell so good.
Me too.
It just makes it that much better.
And it gets nice and brown on top. For me, I like to let these brunch bakes rest for maybe 5-10 minutes.
Yes,
so
that's
let it
exactly right.
Before you slice them.
Yep, when you bring it out, you want to let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes. And you're good to go. Serve it with some fruit and yeah, you've got, I mean, and the nice thing about these is that you have a bread, you have a meat, you have veggies. I mean, really.
It's all in there.
It's all in there, yeah. It's
totally,
a meal in one.
Totally love it. Cannot wait to make this recipe at home. And if you want to get this recipe, we get a lot of emails, a lot of phone calls, people tracking me down. How can we get the recipes you're doing on the Better Half? We'll go to the Facebook page and we will put them all there. Emily, what else are we making today?
We are going to make some potato soup, which is, again, very easy to throw together pre-game, let it sit for during the game, and then you have a nice dinner for after.
It's in a slow cooker, so you just kind of dump it all in there. And a really fun game day snack mix that'll make everybody at your game day party smile. So don't go anywhere. Emily and I still have lots of cooking to do in this kitchen. Coming up, more with the ladies. We're going to talk about a cause near and dear to your heart.
Yeah, yep.
The Pink Pumpkin?
Yeah, Pink Pumpkin Walk. It benefits the Breast Cancer Family Foundation here in Green Bay. So yeah, it's a really fun time. Hopefully the weather is good for that. Stacy Hackle, who runs the foundation, will be here to talk about it as well.
Excellent, and more cute pet photos, all dressed up in their Packer best. So don't go anywhere. You're watching The Better Half.
Welcome back to The Better Half, everyone. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and you can help fight breast cancer by taking part in the Breast Cancer Family Foundation's annual Pink Pumpkin Walk. I love the idea of the Pink Pumpkin Walk. And Stacy Hackle is the executive director. She is here to tell us all about it, along with Emily and Heaven, who have taken part as well. Hi.
Hello.
It's nice to see you again.
Thank you.
You've been doing this for years now.
Yep.
Let everyone know, what is the Pink Pumpkin Walk?
Yeah, the Pink Pumpkin, actually it's a walk and run. So if you're competitive, we will time you. Otherwise, there are many women there with strollers and in their tutus that aren't so competitive. But we get out there, raise the awareness and raise some money so that during the whole school year, we can go out and we can teach kids about cancer. We usually target freshmen in high school, teach them what cancer is, how you get it, different things that you can do to live a healthier lifestyle. So hopefully you don't get it in the future.
And I understand that it's working, that you are getting the message out.
Absolutely. We just got a note back from one of the teachers in Shawano High School that a mom had called and said, thanks to the class, thanks to the speaker you brought in, I found out that unfortunately I had breast cancer, but I caught it early. Because the daughter went home, said, Mom, you need to get your mammograms, and she wasn't going. The daughter kept on her, and she did go in, and she was diagnosed early stage.
That's such a blessing.
Yeah, it's working. And Emily, you've been a part of it for a couple of years, and is that kind of why you continue to do it, because it is working?
Yeah, for sure. One of the main reasons that I really love the foundation and what Stacy does is the preventative aspect of it, being healthy and getting the word out, and just letting kids know how to lead a healthy lifestyle and prevent cancer in themselves and their family members. So.
Well, let's show you also how much fun it is too, because it's an important cause, but it's a lot of fun. You took part last year. What was that like? I think we have pictures.
Oh gosh, it was actually really, really fun. We got together, we made tutus, we went out there in the cold and the rain. It was awesome to have all our girlfriends out there. A lot of the other Packer spouses were there with their children. It was really just a good time. It was fun to be there and be supporting such a good cause.
Yeah.
Hoping to get some of the players there too?
Absolutely, getting the players, and of course it's going to be warm this year. We're not
awesome.
cold and not going to have the rain. You don't have to worry.
Great. And this is Jordy signing a jersey to be auctioned off. Is that what
Actually,
happened?
there were the pledge prizes, and this year
okay.
instead of the jerseys, we have the mini helmets that he's going to be signing. So for anybody that goes above and beyond to help us raise more money, they can have their very own.
You win
Very
prizes.
cool.
Oh, that's fun. So you can look good too.
Look good.
Yes.
Support a good cause.
It's the best color, pink. I love it. Tell us a little bit about, who shows up. Is it families that shows up?
Oh,
for this?
everybody. We have very super competitive all the way to the families. We have cross-country teams from schools. Body boot camp comes with their whole crew. There's just a little bit of everybody.
And the pink pumpkins are there for real?
Yes, for real.
For real.
And they have names of people who have survived or who are battling cancer, which is very cool. You'll see them all throughout the route, and whoever buys them can take them home with them too.
So think pink and be
Yes.
part of the Pink Pumpkin Walk, Run. And then you brought along That might be my favorite picture yet. A man in a pink tutu.
There you go.
In studio now, we have some of the items that will be
Yes.
there. What are these items?
We have what's called the charity auction. It's a silent auction, and they're chairs that have been decorated or brought in by cancer survivors or people who are supporting them. And we brought in the pink Packer chair in hopes that we might be able to get some of the Packer women to sign it and have it there for auction.
I don't know. Do you think we could get anybody to do that?
so.
I'll sign it.
Hey, heaven. Those stools are cute, though. While she is signing the pink chair, those stools in front, they will be part of this too, and
Yes.
they'll all be different?
They're all different. People bring them in. You never know what you're going to get. Rocking chairs, garden chairs. They're just things that people
There were some
create.
really great ones
Super
last year.
cool.
Like,
Yeah.
people just go all out. They're so creative. I'm really impressed.
Well, it sounds like a fun event, and the date, the time, the place to be.
Yep, October 4th, which is a Saturday morning, 8 o'clock is when all the fun starts. The actual run race is at 10 o'clock, and it's at NWTC in Green Bay.
The information is there on your screen. Stacy, Emily, Heaven, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll see you there.
All right, sounds good.
And coming up, how about finding the right pet for your family? Levi is here to tell you all about it. You'll meet Levi and Levi's owner, and we'll tell you about, whether it's a dog or a cat or a fish or a guinea pig, finding the right pet for your family. That's next on The Better Half. Welcome back to The Better Half. It's time for our Pet of the Week contest. We highlight a pet during the show, and if your pet is picked as the week's winner, you will win a $50 gift certificate to a local veterinarian in your community. And we have a couple of pets to show you. First, we have Linus.
Linus has had a rough day.
Linus likes to play hard, and then he just crashes hard. And this picture was sent in by Leanne. That's a good one. This is Remington.
Now is that a chain? Oh, that's funny.
It's
That's
an
accessory.
accessory.
Yeah.
We call that swag.
He is said to be a big Packers fan. Tracy sent us that picture. And here's our winner this week. It's Wilson. Wilson loves seeing his own name on the football. He is a therapy dog who visits kids and nursing homes in La Crosse. So this picture was submitted by Loretta to our Facebook page. Now your pets don't have to be in green and gold, they just happen to be today. You can submit photos through the Better Half Facebook page, Twitter page, or you can email petoftheweek@thebetterhalf.tv. And remember, to find the right vet for your pet, go to WVMA.org and click on resources to find a WVMA member veterinarian near you. And we found one. She's actually here. Speaking of pets, taking your time to ask the right questions before bringing a pet into your home will help ensure that your companion will be the right one for you and your family. Dr. Lisa Peters is here. She's a veterinarian with Fox Valley Animal Referral Center in Appleton. But you're not even looking at her or any of us right, because Levi is here. Tell us about Levi.
Levi is a 5-year-old Bernese mountain dog. He's actually 5 years old today. It's his birthday today.
Happy
birthday!
You don't look a day over 4, buddy.
Yeah, we've had him since he was a puppy, and he travels with me all over. We take him on talks and lots of different places, so he's pretty good.
And he loves me. We have a
Yes.
special bond today.
He keeps staring at you.
He's laying on me. Yeah.
So we were talking about finding the right pet, and you have some questions, I know, for the doctor.
Yes, let's talk about lifestyle. What are your inputs on that?
Lifestyle is pretty important when you're thinking about finding a pet, and particularly if you have an active lifestyle, if you're an avid runner or you're an outdoorsy type person, you would want to find a pet that matches that. So you would probably choose maybe a dog like a Labrador Retriever. You might not choose someone like Levi. He's a pretty mellow dog.
Yes.
So if you have more of a sedentary lifestyle, you would choose someone like him, or a Basset Hound, or you might choose a cat to have if you have that kind of sedentary lifestyle, or you're of the older generation.
See, I think it's amazing because some people need to realize that you have to find the pet that works best for you, and taking that in consideration is good. Now, what if you're busy?
That's a tough one because you have to consider your work and your travel schedule as well. So especially dogs, they need a lot of exercise, training, time, and attention. And so if you travel a lot and you do want a dog in your life, you might have to find options such as daycare or someone to help take care of those pets while you're gone, so they're also entertained. And
I think
if you
that's
do
good.
have that busy schedule, maybe a cat is more for you.
That's
good.
Yeah, that's good
Yeah.
advice. And you are thinking about getting a dog eventually. Does Tim know this?
I actually went to PetSmart the other day and looked in the adoption center, and I said, what would you have done if I brought a dog home? And he said, I would have put you in the adoption center. So hopefully in the next couple years we can. But I know a lot of us have small children, so that's kind of the thing, I guess, for us, that's the biggest factor in getting a pet.
Yeah, and that's a really good point. You have to consider your children's ages when you're thinking about getting a pet. I mean, certainly if you have toddler twins, you might not want to get a pair of Australian Shepherd puppies. That just might be too much for you to bring into a family. And so sometimes people with small children might choose a pocket pet, like a guinea pig or a hamster. But you can still add dogs to your young family as well. You just have to maybe pick a very family-oriented dog, like a golden retriever or a golden doodle, or you can do your research, and I think that's the most important thing that you do when you're choosing a pet for your young family.
Right, and then as far as, I know for a lot of people, especially us, we may live in a smaller place up here since we don't live here like year-round. So is that something that you would, what kind of recommendations as far as space?
Space requirements are really important. So if you had a small apartment with no backyard, I don't think you would put Levi in that situation or a St. Bernard.
Right.
So you might have something like a cat or, a smaller pet. You could maybe put a bird, not a cat and a bird together, but, you would think about a smaller pet in those sorts of situations.
Right. Yeah. And I know you also have to consider finances and finding the right veterinarian for your family. And Dr. Peters, thank you so much for being
here.
You're
welcome. Thank you for having me.
And for bringing Levi, the star of our segment.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. Up next, it's time to get cooking again. Amy and Emily are in the kitchen. What's cooking?
Hi, ladies, and Levi. My former dog, who we had to put down last year, his name was Levi, so it's good to see another Levi. And Emily has a really fun recipe, but first I've been telling Emily about our new dog. You don't have any pets yet.
We don't.
One of these days, maybe,
yeah,
huh?
I think once we're a little more settled and somewhere for a long term.
I understand. Yeah. Young families are busy. I totally get it, but he is cute. Here's my dog, Emily. This is Arlo. We got him this summer, and he is a Packers fan. He is a 1.5-year black lab, and we've been having great fun with him.
Of course, very cute.
He's super cute, and he's like, get the bandana off, Mom. You can take the picture and then get it off me. They look cute dressed up, but they don't like to wear it very long.
Yeah.
So, okay, we're talking about Emily's favorite game day recipes, and I think it's always fun to have just a mix of something that people can just snack on and take handfuls of. So this is your go-to snack mix.
Yes, especially in the fall. If you just sit this on a table or a counter somewhere, anybody that walks by will grab a handful usually. So I'm going to just kind of tell you the base recipe. You can kind of make some changes. I'll tell you some things that I've done. But yeah, so pretty much, this is why it's kind of a fall-ish recipe. Candy corn is one of the ingredients to this. So basically this is just kind of a dump and stir type mix, obviously. So
doesn't get much easier than this, but this just is, going to make people happy and think fall. So 1 big bag of candy corn. Okay.
And then M&Ms, you can do any kind of M&Ms that you like.
They make me happy.
Yes. So a bag of M&Ms.
Okay.
And a can of peanuts, lightly salted usually. I am a big salty sweet person. Yeah. I don't eat a ton of sweets, but if it's salty sweet, that really gets me. So we'll just give that a little stir. So some changes you can make, obviously, like I said, you can use any kind of M&Ms you want. They have right now the kind of fall-colored M&Ms.
Yeah, that'd be pretty.
So I've used those. They also make a caramel candy corn. It's a little bit different color, and it's caramel
Oh, yeah,
flavored.
I've seen those. Okay.
Yep, so I'll use that, or I'll use a mix of like the traditional candy corn and the caramel. If you don't like peanuts, you can use other nuts. I like almonds and walnuts, so I've done just those. You can add that with the peanuts. If there's other, it's a mix. It's a, just a quick snack. So if there's anything else that you could maybe add some like pretzels or something if you want to add another like salty aspect. So yeah, it's very easy, and like I said, it's very easy to just grab. And I am definitely one of those people, though. I always want to get a little bit of everything, so I'm like picking out like what I want to get in my.
I'm totally with you. I'd go right for the M&Ms, but Reese's Pieces would be really, because they're they're the fall colors. So I love this. Put this out in a pretty bowl and watch it disappear. Really, really fun. Hey, I have to say congratulations. Emily, is a cover girl Really cute article, great picture. I know it's always a little weird when they put you on the cover of a magazine.
It is a little weird, yes.
So,
it was a little out of my comfort zone, I have to say. But they were really, people with Women Magazine, they were really great to work with and made it very easy, so it was nice.
And you can pick up this magazine around the Green Bay, Appleton area. It's a really nice article, and it talks a little bit about you and Jordy and how you met. A lot of people might not know, but you guys have known each other for a really long time. I mean,
yes, since we were 5, basically. Yeah, we've known each other, grew up together in a really small town, so we actually lived 3 miles away from each other, so out in the country, which is, like I always joke, practically neighbors, so in a rural area. But yeah, so yeah, we've known each other our whole lives. Didn't start dating until the end of our freshman year of high school, but so yeah, we've been together a long time.
You could definitely say they're high school sweethearts. Of
Yes.
course, they have a lovely 4-year-old boy, Royal, who loves bananas. And if you want some great banana recipes, go to Facebook and you can get Emily's recipes. So and read all about Emily and her passions and just fun different things you might not know about her in Women Magazine this month. So one more recipe that we're making. What's this one?
This is a potato soup. Again, very easy to dump all together. Also gives some ways to kind of make it a little more healthy if you like that kind of thing too. So.
And it's a slow cooker recipe, so
Yep.
I all about my slow cooker. So stick
Yep.
around. We're making potato soup in the slow cooker coming up, and the ladies have lots more to chat about. You're watching The Better Half. Stay with us for painting. That's right, there's a painting party, and yeah, it's going to get a little messy, but it's going to be a lot of fun, so stay with us.
Well, these ladies have been busy raising families, cheering on their team, working out, taking part in charity events. Whew. But they do find a little time to have some fun. Recently, Heaven gathered some of her better half friends for a painting party at the Art Garage in Green Bay. There was a little wine, some snacks, and the expertise of artist Natalie Van. And we crashed the party to give you a look.
Hello everyone, I'm here with some of my girlfriends. We're going to do a cork and canvas class where we get to sip a little wine, eat a little pizza, and learn to paint an awesome picture. We just did a tour of the art studio where we got some inspiration to paint. I just wanted to do something fun with the girls for bonding during the season, so we'll bring our finished products and hopefully you enjoy. This is my friend Liz Simon, good girlfriend here. Rosie Sierra, better half to Andrew Corliss. Kaylee Blakely, better half to Mike Heel. Casey Taylor, wife to Wayne Taylor. Nicolette Burnett, wife to Morgan Burnett. Chantrell Williams, wife to Jamon Williams. Antavius O'Neill, Tay, fiance to Josh Boyd. Audie Perry, wife to Nick Perry. Bernice Griffin, better half of Nate Palmer. Then my friend Kristen Roth, she's a part owner of Packer Fan Tours, girlfriend. And then Lauren Eccles, better half of Dayton Jones.
So this is a private party that is taking place here at the Art Garage, and we're just taking them step by step through a landscape painting. And it's little baby steps, and then by the end of the class they have their own personal masterpiece. And now we're just going to start filling in the path. So it's a path in a wooded scene with fall color leaves and a blue sky. And it's easier than you think. So very simple landscape. It seems like an ambitious piece, but I try to choose pieces that are, you can't really make a mistake. Everybody's doing really, really good. I honestly believe that everyone is an artist. We all have an inner artist, and yes, everyone can paint. No fear, right? Fear no art. It can be intimidating when you see the whole finished product, but if we break it down into smaller steps, it becomes easier, just like in life,
And there they are, the finished works of art and all the ladies who created them. It looks like you had a great time, Heaven.
We had an awesome time. We were very proud of our artwork. Yeah, mine doesn't look anything like the original picture, but I love it, so.
Well, let's see it.
Here it is. Here's mine. It's like a wooded forest. Mine is very earthy, dark colors, so call me Picasso.
Okay. Do you have a place in your home for that?
Not yet. Maybe it's behind something.
Rosie, did you have a good time?
Yes, I did. I didn't talk, so that's
Well,
a good
I heard
thing.
that.
I
What's
know.
going on?
I don't know. I was focused, I guess.
zone.
I had a pat. Yeah.
Well, let's see yours.
All right.
Rosie, yours looks good.
It looks, yeah, and you said you wanted to still finish it? I think
Yeah,
it looks
'cause
great.
it looks like there's apples on the tree.
Sure, wait a minute.
Oh, it's not supposed. No.
You're not, Amanda, you
is
pulled
the
up, this
orchard,
is the
yes.
original painting. That was the inspiration painting. And
This is what was happening.
You've been to parties like this before.
I did, yeah. I didn't get to go to this one, but they're pretty popular now for bachelorette parties and baby showers and that kind of stuff. So I've been to a few doing that. And mine, you guys have blown me out of the water for whatever I could do. Mine wouldn't even look like a tree.
And real quick, we brought, this is Nicolette's?
Yeah, Nicolette Burnett's wife of Morgan Burnett. Yes. And she wanted me to pitch a sale for her, so if anyone is interested in purchasing her painting, please contact the Better Half.
This one is for sale. Ladies, I think you did a great job. Thanks for inviting us to Crash Your Party. They did kind of invite us. So.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, we did. It was
Good
amazing.
job.
Thank you.
Up next, it's time to do some more cooking, and we cannot wait to dive in. This is a scrumptious soup that will warm you on a chilly game day. It's Emily's recipe, and it's up next on The Better Half.
The cooking mom in the kitchen with Emily Nelson, wife of Jordy Nelson. She is a great cook and sharing a few of her recipes, which we're so excited to have her. Emily, I am a huge fan. In both of my cookbooks, I have a full chapter on the slow cooker. I can't imagine my life without a slow cooker, you know?
Yeah, it is really, really nice to have some good slow cooker recipes in your arsenal for
sure. Dump it all in. You can go out and do your thing,
Yep.
and you know, and then it's all done. The slow cooker does the work. So,
Yep.
'Tis the season to make a nice big batch of soup. This is a great game day recipe and one of your go-tos.
Yeah, especially like I said, home games. We have a lot of people coming in, and so this is. I usually dump it in the slow cooker before we leave. Go to the game, come back, and it's ready. So
Love it.
Yeah, it's perfect. So, so yeah, again, it's one you just kind of dump it all in, easy. I'll kind of, as we go, give a little healthier switch ups if anybody wants to do that.
Yeah, there's some cheese and bacon in this recipe, but that's okay. A little tip, this is fun, and Emily wasn't super familiar with these, but man, I swear by these slow cooker liners. So, you know,
yeah,
no, they don't.
Yeah. I don't know why. I see commercials for them. I don't know why.
They're kind of new on the market.
Yeah.
You can get them right at the grocery store, but man, no cleanup because scrubbing the slow cooker is no fun.
It is not the funnest, yeah.
So 1 bag of the cubed frozen hash brown potatoes. Okay, dump it in.
Or, I mean, if you want, you can dice up normal potatoes if you have the time for that. But obviously, this is a little quicker.
Yep, shortcut. I love that.
Yep.
Okay.
So yes, 1 bag of potatoes, and then a can of cream of chicken soup and a can of cream of mushroom soup.
Okay.
If you can do the 98% fat-free or the low-sodium versions of these, or if this is what I do, you can go to the organic section and get the organic kind of it too, which is also a little bit healthier.
Okay.
So a can of each of those.
Just dump it in there. It's going to add some great flavor. I know people give me a hard time for using canned soups, but you know what? They make life so much easier, and with all the different ingredients in here, it's not going to taste like canned soup.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, you can't even. It just gives it a nice creamy texture
And I love the mixing. A lot of my casserole recipes will mix 2 different soups. So this is the mushroom and the cream of chicken. And then it looks like we've got some finely diced onion that's going to go in here, which gives a nice hint of onion flavor, which I love.
I agree. I love onions. Maybe not, like I wouldn't eat it like an apple, which I've heard some people do. But yeah, it gives a good flavor. So some diced onion.
Okay.
Some sour cream.
Ooh, so it's like everything that's in a loaded baked potato, we're going to kind of load it up.
And again, you can do like lower fat sour cream instead of the full fat to make it a little more healthy.
A little salt and pepper?
Yep, a little bit of salt and pepper just to taste basically.
Okay.
I usually don't add a ton of salt just because especially with the canned soups, there's usually a lot of salt in those.
Sure.
Cup of cheddar cheese.
Okay, let's save a little bit for the garnish. Milk.
Some milk. And usually what I'll do, you can add, you can kind of see how it goes. If you want to add a little bit more milk to, make it a little more soupy, not quite as thick, you can do that as well. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll just take one of the cream of chicken or cream of mushroom cans, just fill that up with milk and dump it in. So
You're my kind of gal. It's one less dish to wash. You don't have
yep,
to worry about the measuring cup.
And then the butter.
Ooh,
which
one stick?
One stick is what it calls for, and again, you can cut it down to half a stick for sure. Make it not quite so buttery. So yeah, dump it all in.
Top goes on.
Yeah, top goes on. You might, kind of mix it around a little bit to begin with. If your hash browns if you just got them out of the freezer, they might be a little sticky with all the liquid and stuff. But yeah, after a while, once they warm up, you can mix it around. Put the top on.
Check this out. Oh my gosh. I just want to dive into this slow cooker. Talk about comfort food.
Yeah,
and then
it's
we
definitely
threw
a comfort food.
bacon in here, some cooked crumbled bacon.
Yeah, for sure. I actually, a lot of times we'll put in turkey bacon.
We heard there's food.
Yeah.
My favorite food.
Let me tell you, this is not only food, this is like, I'm not sharing notes.
Yeah.
So load it up a little bit.
Yeah,
with
you can even
so
put some
pretty.
like diced ham in it or normal bacon. And you can put a little bit of cheese and scallions, more bacon on top.
Yum.
Yeah, a little bit of sour cream if you want.
Oh my goodness gracious. This looks amazing and so easy breezy. Emily,
Very
thanks
easy.
so much for sharing your recipes. All 3 of Emily's recipes we'll put on the Better Half Facebook page. All right, you ladies are hungry?
Yeah, we're going to serve it up. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come right back and give it a taste. You're watching The Better Half. We'll be right back. It's so good. Creaminess, chunks of potato. It's delicious.
And I've already eaten half of my bread bake.
Well, I'm going to give you some more, Heaven. That's a good
We need
sign.
some down here, too.
Perfect.
You
Pass
betcha.
it down.
You betcha, lady.
How does baby feel about the food, Amanda?
Oh, baby needs seconds for sure.
Emily, come back and cook with us anytime. We
Yes.
love your recipes.
Yeah, well, you're very nice and always saying that I'm a good cook. but-
Well, you are. When you leave, this food does not go with you. It stays here, and we eat it all up. So it's so good, and it smells so good. Perfect for game day. I was saying earlier, for a brunch, like a noon game, serve this.
Yeah.
Maybe you'll have a little mimosa bar. I think.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. Great
I think it's a great idea. Next week, we're talking babies. Amanda will be back here.
Yeah.
All sorts of baby talk next week. So I don't want to give anything away, but you might learn if she's carrying a boy or a girl.
Yeah, we might give some stuff away. So.
That'll be fun. Oh, so good. I burning my mouth.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you next week on another episode of The Better Half.